much each year. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, it's a heck of a lot of money, isn't it? And what do you make of these reports? I know the Australian in particular has done some work on this week, of these meetings with the lobbyists in the industry. I mean, it makes us all very cynical when you hear of these stories about the role that the lobbyists are playing, and we're talking about lobbyists for firms like Johnson & Johnson who make these sorts of implants and things.
Well, there's a role for lobbyists. If an industry or an interest group wants to have people representing their interests, there's a role for lobbyists. I'm not anti-lobbyists per se, but there ought to be some transparency in the lobbyist process. And it's also, in this case, there have been a number of allegations through Pamela Williams' report to the Australian that actually talk about, makes it suggest or allege that there was some inside information being conveyed to lobbyists or to interest groups. Now, if that is the case, and I don't know whether it is or not, but if that is the case, then that ought to be investigated by an inquiry. If any information has leaked from government to any external parties, that needs to be investigated under the Crimes Act by the Federal Police. Now, we have official secrets laws which I think go too far. I don't think Senator Conroy's office and his staffers should have been raided in relation to NBN, because sometimes information is leaked that is actually in the public interest. If a government has stuffed up, to put it bluntly, on a particular government program or wasted our money. But in this case, the allegation is that this information that was leaked was information that should not have been leaked, because to leak it could well have compromised or affected negotiations and led to a worse outcome for consumers. So I reckon that if that's the case, then that needs to be looked at.
Okay, so we've got two elements, as you're saying. One is the difference of prices between public and private patients. The second one is, and this is the one that baffles me, why, when you're talking about overseas, it's multiples. It's not just a small margin. It's not something that you can account for with variations or fluctuations in the exchange rate. It's a quite significant multiple of price difference.
Well, can I use the S word? Because we're schmucks.
Right.
I mean, I don't understand that. Why is it that we seem to get a rawer deal than other countries? There might be some good reason for it. It's a smaller market.